Venom is a supervillain movie from Sony, not from Marvel Studios, and stars Tom Hardy and was written by 6 people who apparently never read a Spider-Man comic. When an evil boss of a tech company tries to find hosts for symbiotic aliens, investigative reporter Eddie Brock tries to expose him, only to end up merging with one of the aliens himself. Now, as he tries to coexist with the murderous symbiote, Eddie has to try to stop the other aliens from destroying the planet. So before we start, I want to address this first because apparently Lady Gaga fans are giving Venom a bad review on Twitter, so people will go and see the movie A Star Is Born instead. It's really fucking dumb. I don't think any fans of superhero movies will be interested in a musical in the first place. So full disclosure, I am not a Lady Gaga fan and I fucking hate musicals. That being said, yeah, Venom is pretty terrible. First off, it has very little to do with the Marvel comics, other than the fact that the main protagonist is a reporter named Eddie Brock who becomes Venom. The story is extremely simple and dumbed down to the lowest common denominator. Apart from that, it's tonally so off it's not even funny. On the one hand, the movie tries to inject some drama, which is as believable as the movie itself. And on the other hand, you have terrible jokes you see coming from a mile away. Honestly, I can't believe it took a half a dozen people to write this movie. Riz Ahmed plays the main villain of the story, but that character is very generic. He's just a bad guy for the sake of being bad, and in this day and age, you can't have a villain like that anymore. Tom Hardy, who is an amazing actor, and I'm a big fan of his, but his version of Eddie Brock is painfully comical. In fact, so much that people in the audience were laughing at moments that weren't meant to be funny at all. This is his worst movie since This Means War, and again, I blame the script for this. I'll give you an example of how bad the writing is. At some point in the movie, Venom's weakness is brought up, and Michelle Williams' character goes, "Oh, so that's like his kryptonite."
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Bringing up something from the DC universe in a Marvel universe movie is like mentioning the Force in Star Trek. You just don't do that. As far as the special effects go, some of the action scenes look pretty cool, but it could have been much better if the movie wasn't PG-13. Venom supposedly bites people's heads off a bunch of times, but unfortunately we never get to see that. He looks pretty cool when he's jumping around or climbing a building, but those moments are scarce. Tom Hardy also has a handful of those cool moments, but not enough to save the plot. But out of all of these things, the writing is just the worst. Especially the dynamic between Eddie and Venom, that suddenly takes a hard left at a later point in the movie. And to think, we still have the Jared Leto Morbius movie to look forward to. And I know what you're thinking, but no, this is not a movie that's so bad it becomes good. Nor does it become funny if you're drunk. What it really is a bad movie that was made in a time capsule. Everything about this feels like it belongs up there with Spawn and Catwoman. So no, I'm not a Lady Gaga fan, and I would never in a million years go see A Star Is Born, but you can go see anything else that's out right now and have a much better time, because Venom is barely a half-eaten sandwich. So that's it for Venom. What is your least favorite Tom Hardy movie? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, hit like or click on the blue M&M to subscribe. I'll see you next time.